Hey guys, what's up, man? Welcome back to the Xbox Alpha podcast, and I got my brother Unlimited Productions with me today, and I'm going to soon have ODT Reaper just came right back in. He's going to be in with us. ODT is here, and then Tuckmaster will be here in a few minutes, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Xbox Alpha podcast, man. With my brother ODT Reaper, Unlimited Productions, man. And today we're not gonna be here long. We're just gonna talk gaming, Xbox, why all the Sony meltdown with everything going on with them being, their ass itchy about, the ultimate game pass and different things like that. And I'm pretty sure my brother Unlimited, you heard him on the Unlimited Truth. Go check him out, man, on Thursday nights. Check him out, man. But we're going to chop up some of that some more today on the Alpha, man, and with our brothers today. So I want to introduce, first up, I want to introduce Unlimited Productions, man. Hey, brother, tell everybody where they can find you, man.
Yeah, that's right. It's your boy Unlimited Production, where I have the unlimited truth that comes wherever the truth is needed. And sometimes, Sega man, the truth is needed just at any random time, like it was this week. But I think today's show is going to be a lot of fun just
Yeah,
by the title alone.
yeah, man.
I can't wait to talk about some of the
Oh
foolishness
yeah,
that happened this week.
yeah, bro. We're gonna definitely get into it. It's our time to get into it because they always, back in the day, they were always talking about art, saying that we had all kind of meltdowns when in reality, the true Xbox fans was cool. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? We just would hear their fuckery and their bullshit and just went on back and played our games. You know what I mean? But it's our turn now, man. It just is, and we're gonna keep doing this, man, because whatever comes around goes around. So this is what we do here, man. You guys are gonna get it, man. You're gonna get this work. You know what I mean? You try to give it to us, you guys are definitely gonna get this work because it ain't not doing nothing but getting worse. You know what I mean? So, we got to let you know about it. So, on that note, our brother T Reaper, can you hear me, man? T, you there, brother? I think T Reaper might be having some technical difficulties, but he'll be with us soon, man. But yeah, we have Tuck coming in soon. So let's just start with let me know if your mic's fixed or whatever, T, and then introduce yourself, brother. So let's get started with my brother Unlimited, man. Unlimited, brother. We did a great show on the Unlimited podcast with our brother talking about Sony, man, and yeah, Unlimited, man. I don't understand, bro. What's so hard about what's so hard about Xbox just wanting to be a part of the game? What's up, Smitty Smith? And then you got Sony out there saying stuff like, well, we can't catch up to Game Pass. We'll never catch up. And what are we gonna do or whatever? You know what I mean? So Unlimited, brother, what is their big deal, man? They had 3 years ago. They could have been a part of that. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to play old games. Nobody wants games as a service. I mean, you know what I mean? So now it's really, really, really smacking them in the face in 2022. You know
mhm.
what I mean? Unlimited. So, my brother, break it down to him, man. Why all the Sony meltdown, man?
Because first of all, Sega man, there are two kind of meltdowns. The first one is Sony themselves, and the second is the Sony fanboys. And I'm gonna tackle Sony as a company first. Sony, for the first time, we're getting their true feelings, and they know that they lost, and since
Yeah,
that they know that they lost, right, they're
yeah,
just trying to do everything they can to, I don't know, I guess as you put damage control or something,
yeah,
because we're talking about the same Sony that told that told the Brazilian government all this stuff about how they're pretty much how scared they are basically of losing specifically Call of Duty, since they make a lot of money off them deals and so on. But it's just hilarious, right? Because we never really got this insight on Sony before. Like we didn't get this insight with the Bethesda deal, right?
yeah.
Where where they were talking about what they could have lost there. And then funny thing, Sega man, they also said that Elder Scrolls 6 it is also going to be a big loss for Sony, because that's going to be exclusive to Microsoft. to Xbox when it comes out, right? And Elder Scrolls is also massive. So yeah, man, with Sony as a company, for them, it's just that this is the first time that we're getting an inside look on how they really feel, which is just how scared they are, and it's just hilarious to see. And then Sony's fear is pushing the fanboys to be scared, and as a result, we got they acting like some damn cartoon villains, man, like Megatron from Transformers or some shit. Like, you remember how Megatron and Starscream used to argue on Transformers back in the day? That's what they remind me of, man.
Yeah.
Or you know, I was a Ninja Turtles fan as a kid. How Shredder used to talk down to Bebop and Rocksteady. That's how they acting right now, man. Where they're just saying any wild thing now. I saw one guy threaten to blow up Sony headquarters for putting Spider-Man on PC. I saw one guy. I saw people who were pissed off because Death Stranding is going to PC Game Pass. Where they feel like Kojima betrayed them. One dude, he really lost his mind. He said something crazy, and it was like, "I'm glad to pay $70 games." And if Sony going to make us pay $70, everybody should pay $70. So it's just a lot of goofy stuff going on, man. And the meltdown, these meltdowns are always funny because they somehow, Sega, man, just each and every time they somehow one up each other on just how stupid they could sound. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it, and I love every second of it. Just for how over the top and crazy it is, man. You know, I can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's up. I just know that these dudes, they know they lost. That's what it is, Sega, man. They know they lost, right? And
they do. They do know they lost.
Yeah, and this is gonna be worse than the 360 era for them, because at the end of the day, Sony won't be making money. And you know, when you don't make money, you can't invest in anything that heavily. So it's funny. Sony thought the strategy of paying for games to be off Xbox, or as recently we found out, paying for games to be off Game Pass in general, they thought that was their winning formula. However, Microsoft, as people like E-Rock and New Legal have said, big bank, man, big bank beat little bank, and,
of course.
They just can't. They found out they can't compete, man. They just can't compete, and that's really what it comes down to. There's a lot of realization that's happening this year, and you know what, Sega, man, as E-Rock put last year, 2021 was the year of vindication. 2022 is the year of realization, as these Sony fans realize how that they lost and there's no coming back from this.
Yeah, and I have to one up you on that, Unlimited, because it's just true, man. See, Microsoft is a business. I know Sony's a business, but I mean, Microsoft are just, you know, they're the juggernauts, man, of this software business, and they know how to satisfy and their consumers. They do. They know how to, you know, keep their consumers, especially too when it comes to gaming. You know, but your best entry, and if you want to get into gaming, period, let's not just say Sony, okay, or Nintendo. If you want to get into gaming, period, on a budget, Game Pass is your ticket.
Yeah.
Because it's just cheap. And then if you're a newcomer to Ultimate Game Pass, you can get that $1 for 1 month. And there's nowhere on the planet where you can beat that for games as a service. $1 goddamn dollar. You know what I mean? And look at all the games they have in the library. There's so much to choose from. You know, it's like a kid in a candy store. And that's the entry point of getting people to get on with Ultimate Game Pass or Game Pass in general. I don't see nothing wrong with that. If you're a true gamer, it shouldn't matter if you have a Sony PlayStation 5 sitting there at your house, okay? And you're like, man, I really don't want to have anything to really play on here. I'm done beating my story-driven games. There's T Reaper. I'm done beating my.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
All right, fine. There you go.
I can hear you. But if you're done beating your story-driven games, and let's say you have an Xbox sitting there, Xbox, even if it's just the Xbox One S or One X, you got that Game Pass that you can try out for $1. Can't beat that. Can't beat it at all. A lot of games to play. There's no boredom there. You know, there's all different types of games you can play or even try. Now, you I know Sony has their own little thing, over there, but it's just a better variety, more online games that you can play with people than they have over there. So it's just better to have and be on Game Pass as a gamer. And I don't see why is all the meltdown over that. There shouldn't be no meltdown. If you're a true gamer and a video gamer and you love video games, don't matter what you play on, okay? It's the best entry point right now if you're a gamer. And me, you, and T Reaper are sitting here right now with all the Alpha brothers like Poseidon and Smitty Smith and Andy and all the guys that are in here right now. I mean, they know and they feel the same way. I mean, you can't beat it, man. And like I said before, they just need something to cry and whine about because Microsoft is just really killing it slowly. They really are. And if you had a brain, and you want a game, you would get that Game Pass. It doesn't matter. Like I said before, we always say it every podcast, and I know we're tired of saying it. If you don't like the Xbox, right? You don't like the way it looks. You don't like it, all right? You can play that shit on your fucking PC. You don't even need it. So there's no excuses, man. There's no excuses. And now they're trying to find every milk and cranny to nitpick Game Pass and Microsoft Xbox as a gaming industry, trying to nitpick them, man. So that's what my thoughts are on it, man. You know what I mean?
They talk about Game Pass more than their own subscription service, man.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. They don't even hype up theirs. They hype up us more. By all the negativity. The negativity, guys, believe it, it attracts people. Negativity, right? YouTube is nothing but negativity. It attracts people.
True.
Right? And that's why they make all that fucking money, because negativity is in. And if you're saying negative shit all the time about Microsoft, what are people going to do? They're going to be curious. Man, let me check this out for myself. I'm hearing all this shit about this Game Pass, all this negativity. Let me just try it out and see for myself if they're right about this. And then majority of the people find out that they were wrong about that. You know what I mean? And that they like it. So they're not doing nothing but bringing more people, gamers, to join Ultimate Game Pass. They don't think Unlimited and T. They don't think while you're doing that, those people are listening to you and they're like, nah, let me try for myself. You guys say this is true, then I'll believe you and support you. They go and try that shit and they end up liking it and they end up, subscribing, to Ultimate Game Pass, dude. They're the ones that are bringing us more people over here. You know what I mean? With the negativity. That's what my theory on it. You know what I mean? Because they talk about it so much. It's funny. It's just funny how people do today, guys, with gaming. When it comes to that, man. But I want to introduce my brother T. He was having problems a little earlier. He just got home. And welcome back, brother. Welcome back to the Alpha, bro. How's it going?
I'm sorry about that. I could hear you just fine, and I heard almost every word you guys were saying. So
did you? Okay.
Yeah, I just couldn't talk back. So
how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm capped on Halo Infinite. I'm very proud of myself. Level 100, and I'm just relaxing and enjoying my little vacation. So as I said before, I was like, nah, I reached level 100 for season 2, and I'm done. I'm like, I'm happy.
Nice, man, nice. Well, T, I'm glad you can join us. And now we have our brother, man, from our other podcast, the Exile Podcast. My brother, the Don King of Xbox, man, E-Rock X, man. How are you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's E-Rock X, the Don King of Xbox. It's a hype man for the Xbox brand and the meanest man on YouTube. And I'm back here with the Xbox Alpha Podcast. It's been a while, and let's go. Let's talk about whatever's going on this week, because it seems like in the world of video games, there's always some drama going on.
Yeah,
drama in an industry where we're supposed to be having fun. So let's go.
Well, to be fair, E-Rock, that drama is literally coming from just one fan base, 90% of the time. Nintendo gave their fanboys cardboard, and plus, they gave them cardboard Pokemon cards and fucking and plus they can't go outside when it's dust time, so we don't got to worry about them. But them Sony fans, yo, this is I'm convinced this is their actual job, is to hate on Xbox because they nonstop with that.
Oh, most definitely, man. But E-Rock, brother, the title of the Alpha podcast is today, and I want you to give your true opinion, no holds bar. We did talk about some of this on our brother's channel, the Unlimited Truth podcast, but the title is "Why All the Sony Meltdown, Man." I mean, I for the life of me, we always tell them how easy it is to do things. You can be happy as a gamer. You don't have to, keep damage control in this shit all the time, but in your own opinion, E-Rock, brother, because we don't have that much to talk about today. It's not going to be a long podcast, but let's just get down to the nitty gritty, E-Rock, man. Why is this all this meltdown, man? I mean, why keep, trying to find stuff? Why all the big meltdown, man? I mean, what do you think, E-Rock? No holds barred, man. What's the deal with these dudes out here, bro?
I mean, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Man.
They dug this ditch. They dug this hole for themselves. It shouldn't have been a I mean, they're losing. They lost, Sega, man. T Reaper,
yeah,
Unlimited. They lost. They lost spectacularly. They spent the last 8 years or 9 years dissing Xbox, having a good time, partying it up.
Yeah,
because the media and shit going viral allowed Sony to exist for another generation. They're mad because everything they said about Xbox, it doesn't have enough power, 1080p, it has no games. Xbox needs to do better. Xbox needs to compete. Xbox needs to buy studios. They did everything that y'all asked for, and now y'all mad. Y'all mad.
Yeah.
Yo, man, it is what it is, man. Like, I mean,
they're not really mad. They're just salty, is what they are.
Salty
is what I sense and what I feel, and I think that's just what they didn't think that Xbox could do it, and then boom.
But here's the thing, Terry. But like, why wouldn't you think that? Why wouldn't you? This was
because it's almighty Sony.
Even when Xbox was only worth $510 billion about 7 years ago. Was that a company you want to fuck with even back then? Like what was they thinking? They was thinking that Xbox
wasted first money on memory cards. No, but that's kind of the idea.
They thought they could do what they did to Sega. That's what they thought.
Man, well, if that's what they thought, then they're stupid because I don't have all of the facts, but I heard that Sega had something like, I don't know, some dumb number. Sega of America had 300 million, or it was some dumb number when they finally closed up shop. They were hurting when they had to fold up operations in North America, and Sega of Japan was just happy to see that happen. But like you talking about a company that had billions of dollars, and we had said back in the Xbox One generation, I had always said, man, Sony's worst nightmare is Microsoft finally going all in with Xbox. Now, on the last podcast we had, somebody had said, I think it was Other Zinc. Other Zinc had said that, well, Microsoft was always in with Xbox with Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer, and they were always I hate to disagree. They weren't all in with Xbox. Not like now. Like Xbox was a division of Microsoft, and they left it alone to see what it was going to do. Now Microsoft is all in. How are they all in, E-Rock? They just said, yeah, man, go ahead, man, spend fucking $80 billion on ZeniMax and Bethesda. Yeah, go ahead and spend $79 billion on Activision, billion with a B. Now they're all in. Sanjay Natella, they're all in now because they needed proof of concept. Well, it was proof of concept. What? All Xbox 360 success wasn't enough? The Xbox One and Connect wasn't enough? No, that wasn't enough. What they needed by proof of concept was Phil Spencer cutting costs where he could and making Game Pass a success. Once Game Pass was a success, Microsoft said, "Yo, man, we're going all in with this shit. We're going all in with gaming." Plus, I'm sure that Microsoft and Xbox saw that this company Tencent was gaining too much ground, and they don't give a fuck about gaming whatsoever. The Chinese over there, they just want to buy up every fucking thing. They're the real fucking enemy. So at what point did Sony think that this was going to end any other? I think they knew how this was going to end, but they were so happy to just get some more legs out of this shit from 2013 to 2017. They were happy, like, yo, man, let's make some money while we can. Let's get some more, because their stock had got downgraded to junk in 2016. Long before the last generation was over, their stock had got downgraded to junk. Sony was thinking about moving PlayStation from Osaka, Japan, over to California because they're over here now. That lets you know that Sony ain't even all in with PlayStation. Like, yo, look, get that shit to them dudes. Let them run that shit. Let them do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. That's letting me know that Sony themselves are not looking at PlayStation as long term. So now we in a situation where Microsoft spent that money. They showed you who the real power players are in gaming. Nintendo, as we said before, is going to do what they're going to do: sell Mario and Zelda to motherfuckers until 2787. They're going to be selling fucking Mario and Zelda. They got the kids on lockdown. They don't need to compete on any kind of playing field with this fucking juggernaut. Google tried. Google, one of the most powerful companies on the planet, tried. Stadia was a spectacular failure. Amazon is dipping their feet into games slowly, but I think Jeff Bezos is more worried about these motherfuckers asking for unions than worried about games. He got other concerns.
Yeah, he got other things to worry about.
The Sony to draw this shit to a conclusion, the Sony fan base has lost spectacularly, but they couldn't keep their mouths shut. They've been pissed ever since something about that Xbox 360 broke them. Something broke them. In 2011, there was a YouTuber, one of the first YouTubers I started watching. This white dude named Solid Rev, right? And his videos aren't spectacular. He just shoots a video, looks like in his basement, wearing a fucking Chevy trucker cap and a dingy ass fucking couch. And in 2011, he made this video. I'll never forget it. It was called Crisis 2 Sensitivity Engage, about the PlayStation fans having a meltdown because Crisis 2 looked better on the Xbox 360 than the PlayStation 3. And Solid Rev said then, what is it that this console has done to you? What is it about this Japanese box that has driven you to this point? Guys, 2011, this has been decades. These guys have been wilding out for decades. So now, to make this long rant short, here we are, 2022. Xbox has bought Activision. Xbox has bought Bethesda. They're leveraged until 2030. They're leveraged forever as far as games, as far as intellectual properties, as far as what they can do as far as gaming, and they're leveraged as far as keeping a steady flow of new intellectual property coming into Game Pass into perpetuity. And you're like, E, what the fuck are you talking about? You already see it. They are leveraged out the ass. Only now does Sony realize they don't have a fucking leg to stand on because they spent all of their time and resources on timed exclusivity. And Spider-Man, he cannot help you now. Spider-Man cannot help you. God of War cannot help you. Horizon Forbidden West, which is a new IP, felt spectacularly. Yep. So they are sweating bullets now. And as far as their fan base, who stuck it to y'all, who stuck it to you three Xbox for years. Xbox has no games, 1080p. Now they don't have no power. They don't have no IPs. They don't have Activision. They don't have Starfield. They don't have Elder Scrolls. Only now is it sinking in that they have failed and felt spectacularly. So that's what the meltdown is, Sega, man. That's why these Sony PlayStation fans and the media is having a meltdown. because there's no way that they can damage controllers of the Zinc. They can write all the articles they want. There's no way they can damage controllers. There's no way they can fix this. Anytime Sony themselves have come out and said we cannot compete with Game Pass, and they just came out with it. Microsoft buying Call of Duty has hurt us and is going to hurt us. So now the Sony fan base is feeling a cold shiver go over their spines because they've lost. But why though? All y'all had to do was shut the fuck up the last 12 years and play your games. No, y'all couldn't do that. They couldn't do that. Unlimited.
Yeah, E-Rock. So you know how you call 2021 the year of vindication. 2022 is the year of realization for these Sony fans that they lost, and it's just glorious to see because they're clearly going through every stage of grief. Hell, they've created new stages of grief at this point because they've had every emotion in the book. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say I saw one dude threaten to blow up Sony because Spider-Man went to PC.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Death Stranding goes to a PC Game Pass, and they call him Kojima a traitor. I mean, these guys, they lost.
They want to make Days Gone a movie. That's going to be fun.
They lost in spectacular fashion, and it's just great, man. This is just such a great time just to enjoy the entertainment from
it. And the thing is, like, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man. Yep.
You know what, man? Like, I know, like, y'all probably saying, man, E-Rock don't sound happy enough that these guys have failed. It's like, you know, you wanted J-Lo for so long, like, oh, man, I can't wait to get J-Lo. Oh, my God, I can't wait to finally get J-Lo. Then you finally get J-Lo and finds out you can't tap her in that fat booty. The wind is gone. the air is knocked out of you. So it's like you finally beat Sony and you finally beat the PlayStation fans, and it's anticlimactic. Instead of them saying, hey, guys, you know what? We were wrong. You guys were right. We were wrong. Unlimited Production, Sega Man, Hebot, T Reaper. We were wrong. You guys were right. They can't do that. They're just this is no longer entertaining for me. It's like kicking. It's like beating a fucking dead horse. It's like watching an old tired boxer get back in the ring after fucking 12 rounds, and he got beat the fuck up for 11 rounds, and you're like, oh man. It's like, you ever seen this movie called Rocky? And Rocky got back in the ring, and Apollo Creed was like, man, I don't want to beat you up no more, man. Just stay down. That's how this is now. It's not. It's no fun for me to watch these Sony fans grovel in a world where you got fucking David Zaslav destroying the company that I love day by day, Warner Brothers. Like, what is Sony? They're not important anymore. They're an afterthought. And I know. Well, you guys just wait until God of War comes out this fall. Like who the fuck cares? We got fucking 40 to 50 IPs coming out in the next. I won't even be around, I don't think, to see all of these games Xbox it has coming out. So anyway, man, to make this long, drawn out fucking tirade short, Sega, man, that's why it's a meltdown. It's a meltdown because they invested, T Reaper, so much time in their life. Think about this for 2 minutes. Crap Gamer invested 6 years of his life hating on Xbox, saying that Xbox is going to fail, and he lost. How, T Reaper? Do you rationalize this? How do you conceptualize that you've lost spectacularly if you're a PlayStation fan?
Florida internet sucks.
Yeah. How do you come to grips with the fact that you've lost in every way possible? The company you said, hey, Xbox needs to try harder. Xbox needs games. They bought up everything. Y'all don't have nothing. Y'all don't have Crash Bandicoot, Call of Duty, Doom, Elder Scrolls, The Enemy Within. Y'all don't have Diablo. Y'all don't have nothing. They took every. All y'all have left is Spider-Man and God of War, and y'all one ace in the hole, which was Call of Duty. The motherfuckers took that. Like they've lost spectacularly.
If they add cross-generation save from PC to Sony people are still going to get mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, instead of being stranded, Death Stranded, and straggled his way over, complete with his UPS boxes
Yeah, I
over the
heard
Game
about that
Pass on
shit,
PC.
man.
So it's
I
like
heard about that.
it's like they've lost spectacularly. And to end this, guys, I'm sorry for being so long winded, but I had to let y'all know how I feel. I had to let y'all know how I see things.
Yeah.
This is psychological for these dudes, man. You don't get psychological over toys. You get psychological, man. My wife left me, man. She fucking my boy and she left me, moved in with him. You don't get psychological over toys. You
Yeah.
get psychological over, man. I helped build my boss's company and they fucking promoted the new guy over me. You don't get psychological over toys. But as Unlimited Production has always said, their entire identity was built around a brand, a
Yeah.
fucking console, a box, a PlayStation logo, that blue color. Amazing Lucas, all of them guys. PlayStation was their identity. And now PlayStation has said, we can't compete with Xbox. Reality is sunk in. You're going to see more meltdowns. You're going to see suicides. You're going to see more death threats being handed out. This is only the beginning, guys. So just strap yourselves in and enjoy the fun. And that's it, man. I'm sorry it took so long, but PlayStation guys, you've lost. Just fucking admit you lost and move on. It's okay. Go outside, get some air, get some pussy, read a book. It's okay. Sega guys moved on after Dreamcast folded up. Camp, y'all didn't give a shit. Y'all laughed. Y'all danced in the streets when Dreamcast went away, and we were forced to buy fucking PlayStations. Now you will be forced to buy an Xbox. So just fucking accept this shit and move on. But that's how I feel about it, Sega man.
All right, man. Good, very, very good stuff, E-Rock, brother. Very good, man. Very good conversation, man, about that, bro. Hats off to E-Rock on that, man. Tuck, you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, T, before you go, I'm going to see what T has to say. T, man, because T's always quick and to the point, brother. T, why all the Sony meltdown, man? What, in your opinion, man, why are these guys melting down about, the Game Pass and the Call of Duty, brother? I mean, they're supposed to be the greatest. The greatness awaits, right, T? I mean, greatness
kind of
awaits.
sucks when you're playing by yourself. I'm sorry, ponies. Brother. 14 hours or not, it's still by myself, and I still beat it by myself under 14 hours. And then 14 hours is done. But I agree with the online statement that we made in the beginning that, you get more fun out of playing with other people, not just AI and not just
right
use. And, Sony just didn't believe Xbox could catch up, and they didn't prepare properly. That's, victory.
And you know what's
kind of how that works. And then, especially if you basically go the PC route, since you can't do consoles no more, and you still want to basically, join the club, people are still going to get mad at you because it's no longer PlayStation.
Yeah, man. And hey, before I got to say this real quick before our brother Tuck goes. These Sony guys, they like watching. This is true fact to fact, man. They like watching. Let's just say they like watching porn and stuff on their PlayStation. But you can come to Xbox, right? Get in the game with some chicks in there, man. Get the hookup. And you might get the pussy for real. You know what I'm saying? You might live in the vicinity. You might get a hookup. I know a couple dudes that actually hooked up with chicks on Xbox, man. Get the real thing, bro. You don't have to watch virtual porn. You might get in there with a couple girls playing Fortnite or something like that, man. Because there's a lot of girls that play like Fortnite. There's older people, girls that play that shit. You know what I mean? You might get a real hookup. You know what I mean?
Sega man, they too emotional to get any pussy online. What do you mean you don't like God of War? I hope you die. They're too emotional to fucking. They're pathetic in almost every way possible, man.
They too busy sending dick pics. That's what it is.
Yeah,
no.
Man. All right, man. We got our brother DJ Tuckmaster here, man. Now, Tuck, man, before you go, now we can't be on too long because I know you got some stuff to say about the Sony meltdown, man. You know what I mean? Because after we get done, man, I need to get my rip on watch DC Cab. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know how your point on what do you think about this, Tuck, man? Because you've been on fire lately with all the podcasts, Unlimited Truth, the Exile, the Alpha. you've been on point, man. What you think and your thoughts about this. So, in your opinion, Tuckmaster, why is there all the Sony meltdown, brother? Why is everybody over there melting down, man? I mean, like I told the brothers, I mean, greatness awaits over there. We have the better games and the better graphical games, and Xbox sucks. You know what I mean? See a Z's, different things like that. But yet they're having a meltdown, man, about Game Pass and stuff. So what's your opinion, Tuck?
Well, my biggest question is this, y'all. Now since they got Death Stranded coming to PC and all that stuff, I mean, and it's going to be a part of the Game Pass too, the PC Game Pass. There's nothing really more to say. The only thing there is to say is for them to, hey, wake up, smell the coffee, suck a dick, life. Hey,
in that order.
I'm talking about Sony in a whole. They just, man, dude, they just don't. I mean, this one thing I don't get about it. It'd be different if Sony was ever doing good.
Yeah.
But when's the last time you seen Sony do any damn good for anybody? They fucked everybody in the 90s, the 2000s, and now when Xbox come out and do the Game Pass, it succeeded. People laughed at it, and you see where it's at now. So, and then when your beloved Sony PlayStation say they can't compete with Xbox. Oh, they're in a frenzy now. They don't know how to act. They don't know what to do. I mean, they still trying to come out with this saying, well, PlayStation's still number one. They still got 21 million PS5s out there. Okay, y'all. And I mean, I made a statement on and everybody know what I did on Instagram. I said, like, and I just told people straight up, in today's world, it's not about that no more. It's about prescription services, and that's it. I mean, in the Game Pass, that's what it's all about, y'all. I mean, Sony's so damn far behind right now. They ain't gonna never be able to catch up. And when they do catch up, shit, that ain't gonna be never though. But if they does catch up, Xbox gonna leave their ass behind again. So to me, fellas, it's like this. And I tell these Sony fans like this, at work, get over it. Sell whatever you gotta sell, and just start selling. Just start putting your games on PC, and because we don't need them on the Xbox, so let's just put it like this.
Yeah.
Just sell your game on PCs and let that's what you're gonna do anyway. It's just the truth. That's what you're gonna do anyway.
Hey, Tuck. Are you flabbergasted by how we talked about this before, Tuck? Are you amazed at how outdated their thinking was? Like, well, you need exclusives to sell consoles. Like you got to have the exclusives, and they're like I don't know nobody that still has cable. I don't know nobody that's still rocking a flip phone. I don't know nobody that still got the big ass Zach brick in their phone from fucking Saved by the Bell. Everybody fucking moved on, right? Except for you got a crap gamer. Well, how can you put Quantum Break on PC? You need exclusives to like their thinking Tuck is so outdated, and only now Sony themselves realize, yo, we're fucking being left behind. Yeah. Like Tuck, they bought this on themselves, brother.
Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, they did all the way. I mean,
Sony bought into their own hype last generation. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And while Microsoft was innovating, Sony was staying stuck in 2013 because they rode. They're still producing PS4s even today until about 2026. I believe that was the report, right? So they're clinching to the PS4 the way they did to the PS2. Because if you remember, the PS2, that PS2, they had games up until like 2009 or some shit.
Yeah.
I think that's when the last PS2 game was made. and that's what they're doing with the PS4. Because their install base with the PS5 is like the PS3 era. You know, everything like Erock says is cyclical, and now we're in the cycle of Sony actually ain't shit when they don't have some type of obvious advantage like a DVD player in 2000 or the media in 2013 that just pushed them so far ahead with the casual audience that it allowed them to have this success that wasn't real success in the way because Microsoft is real success. You know, Microsoft is Xbox is $600 billion in value, run by a $2 trillion company, one of the biggest in the world. Sony, as Hebot says, have that perceived perception success where if you think in terms of just gaming only, I call it the gaming bubble, right? And that's where guys like Destin Legary or Colin Moriarty are stuck in, where they think Erock exclusives is what sells consoles. That limited thinking. But once you get outside that bubble, you see that Sony ain't shit, PlayStation ain't shit, and now they realize that after talking shit for years. I mean, they hated Phil's guts when he put exclusives day one on Game Pass. Because I remember that like it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you ain't never, man.
I'm not going to play exclusives that I didn't pay for. And it turns out everybody was a fucking liar.
I just sat and watched this fuckery like well, I'd rather pay $70 for games than pay $15 for a service. And I just said, hey man, more power to you. More power to you, bruh, because my hard drive is full of Game Pass shit that ain't came out yet. Yeah. I didn't pre-order shit I haven't even fucking paid for. So it's like, yo, man, their thinking was so fucking outdated, so outmoded. An unlimited production, really they won that. See, PlayStation fans, it's always funny when it's not happening to you. But like what Sony did in 2013 is nothing new. They beat the Xbox One on price. They could go lower, and Xbox couldn't. Xbox did not have Sony beat last generation on silicone. They have them beat this generation on silicone. Everything is cyclical. But that trick they did in 2013, what did they say? $399. They did that same shit in 1995 at the Consumer Electronics Show, 1995, and they didn't say anything. They just went on stage and said, I think they said $299, and wiped the Saturn off the fucking board because Saturn couldn't go lower because how expensive the fucking second Saturn components were. It's never been anything based on Sony's merits. And I was a PlayStation dude. I was a PlayStation dude back in 1996, 97. Shit, I finally remember those Crash Bandicoot commercials with Crash Bandicoot riding around in a pickup truck and come on out, plumber boy. I loved all of that shit. But Sony never did anything that was based off of their own merits. Maybe Ape Escape, maybe the DualShock, maybe the first two Gran Turismos, but they never did. Maybe the fighting games, and Soul Calibur and Tekken 2, but they never did anything on their own merits, on their own strength, like creating Halo from the ground up, or being the first to really push broadband, or coming up with the Kinect or the Wiimote. It was always watching what somebody else did and copying and pasting. So now we get to this generation here in 2000, which started in 2020. They had no tricks. There was no more E3. Microsoft was going first. Now you got to go second. There was no tricks to pull. It was nothing. They could do none of their usual smoke and mirrors. So now Sony had to do something shocking. They had to think their way out of the situation, and there was nothing they could do because Microsoft was preparing for this generation, the middle of last generation. Yeah. Like what? While you guys were doing a victory lap and counting boxes sold, and Xbox has no games, and Xbox done, they were laying the brickwork for this mansion all you gamers are now living in. While Sony was doing it's your fault. It's your fault. Porter Rock, is your fault, Jabari Clark. It's your fault, Crap Gamer, It's your fault, Asher Luker. It's your fault because y'all was busy clapping for Sony while they were doing their victory lap while Microsoft was building them bricks. There's no need for you to be upset now. This is your own fault. Y'all placated them. Y'all damage controlled for them. Y'all made excuses for them.
Yep.
Y'all said that having timed exclusivity and having the exclusive rights to a fucking character was more important than buying studios, buying publishers, and building a game service. Nobody wants Game Pass, EBT Pass. Now here we are, 2022. Game Pass runs the industry. Microsoft is buying publishers, and y'all are upset because y'all sat and watched this happen. Unlimited Production, TV Reaper have no sympathy for them. Fuck them.
Yep. And I'm hearing today, PC guys will be excited that I'm hearing Xbox is adding more classic Bethesda games, Bethesda games to to their Game Pass. Man, I think they're going to be getting the Castle of Wolfenstein 3D, the Bethesda games. They're going to be adding more classics to. I think it's PC for Xbox. So, I don't know, man. They're doing that because of QuakeCon. That's the thing. You got to look out for QuakeCon because I think they're going to add some more, old school classic games from Bethesda and them. So, that's a good thing too, man. And the PC gamers, they're even on board with the PC Game Pass. So it's like a win-win over here, bro.
Man, listen here, Sega. Listen, man. I had a friend. His brother was on there His brother was on the same time that we was talking, and I wanted to told him. I said, "Listen, here, man. Ain't no way in the hell you gonna sit and tell me when Plague's Tales come on the Xbox Series X Game Pass Day One that you gonna go out there and not download or not play it.
Right.
You go ahead and buy the PS5 version first.
Yeah.
He gonna say, yes, I will buy the PS5 version. His brother said, you a damn lie. His brother called him, he said, you're a damn lie. He said, you're gonna play that damn game on Xbox to save yourself some money. And that's all it is to it. Call him a damn lie right there when we was talking. I'm like, and I told him, come on, y'all. I mean, everybody here know that the Game Pass is a whole lot better than that Sony bullshit, as they call it. Okay?
Yeah.
They not even doing anything for the folks. Xbox is always constantly adding content, games to the Game Pass. Have you seen anything that Sony have done to pay for a game to be put on their system? Have you seen anything like that? You haven't seen that like that. How long have they been out?
They put Cat Simulator on there, Tut.
Huh?
You can run around as a cat.
Put the Cat Simulator on there.
But then the one thing about it, how much did that cost them to put it on there?
Oh, I have no clue.
And I bet you a little bit of nothing. So see,
Sony too busy paying games off Game Pass to put anything on PlayStation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Sony so backwards. They allocate their budget to like, hey man, they hate Xbox so much. They like shit. How we gonna compete? Should we put it on our service? Nah, let's just pay it to keep off Game Pass.
Jim Ryan, what is your strategy for 2022 and for Spartacus? Well, our strategy is to take about $500 million and not put it into Spartacus. Our strategy is to take that $500 million and keep shit off of Xbox. That's when you know. That's when you got to know unlimited production. It's time to pack it in. You know it's time to pack it in when motherfuckers that have dementia know that Game Pass is better than PlayStation. Like, that's like, yo, man, it's just funny just watching this shit, man, watching this company crumble. But I mean, again, we would have, Sega Man and He-Bot and myself would have waited an eternity for this. And now that it's happened, this kind of anticlimactic unlimited production and T Reaper, it's kind of sad watching what's going on with them. Like, wow, y'all really weren't prepared for this. Wow.
And brothers, I got to get your guys a quick opinion on this because this kind of blew me away, and I was surprised by this. Now the game is Death Stranding, is that going to be on Game Pass?
It's going to Game Pass PC. Now they didn't say anything about it coming to Game Pass on Xbox.
Right.
But the fact that it's going to Game Pass PC was probably something that Kojima and them worked out. They've probably been talking since last year. Who knows?
Right.
Probably something that Kojima and them worked out because Kojima is doing a game for Xbox.
Right.
So, Sony probably got it to where Death Stranding can't come on Game Pass. So, I mean, they are shook. They shook, man. God damn, they shook the way boxers were shook of Tyson. Like, they shook, man. God damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, man. You're right. Other Zinc, man. He's a He's a heavy hitter, man. He's a hard puncher, man. He said, yes, it's so much fun watching Sony die a slow death. That's just one of the points that we've been putting up with, like, the true Xbox fans out there, man. I mean,
no, it's just icing on the cake,
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, Goodbox says, what do you say? King Thrash stopped doing his unusual damage controlling rest of to avoid the topics.
I mean, what can you damage control anymore?
Yeah,
I know.
You don't have Call of Duty. You don't have Starfield. You don't have Elder Scrolls. At this point, the list of games they don't have, I couldn't damage control either because it's pretty clear by all metrics. Nobody gives a shit about Spider-Man the way they do about Elder Scrolls in the gaming world.
Yeah.
Unlimited production. How frightening is this? The list of games that y'all don't have is longer than the list of games you do have. It's frightening, bro. I'd be quaking in my motherfucking boots right about now. You know what I mean?
All Sony has in the future is Final Fantasy, which they don't own, Spider-Man 2, which they don't own, Wolverine, which they don't own.
Damn.
And God of War in November. That's it.
Oh, hey, and you know what? I'd really like to see how the damn Sony fans act when they find out that Death Stranded, man. Oh man, I would just love to be a dog and fly on the wall and say, they just, I would just love to see that, but they don't own it. Kojima owns that.
So you know what? Something just hit me. Thank you, Tuck, for bringing something to my mind. What Sony is dealing with this generation is what Microsoft dealt with last generation, where since they don't own these companies, they're realizing that MLB wants their games everywhere. They can't do nothing about it. Kojima wants his games everywhere. They can't do nothing about it. Hell, if all Disney has to say is, look, we don't want Spider-Man to be exclusive anymore, what can Sony do? They don't own anything. So when you don't own anything, Phil learned this in 2013 and said, fuck this, I'm just going to start buying everything and owning it, and we going to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Sony's IP. Ponies, what?
That's funny.
I mean, that's all they do now. I mean, they talk about their trophies is better than the Xbox achievements, but you know how we are. We don't give a damn about that. Some of us do. With me, I don't give a damn. If I get an achievement, I get one. If I don't, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna cry about it. But those some girls right there, man, they get to crying about, we love our trophy systems and all that stuff. I said, let me ask y'all this. When's the last time Sony trophy system gave y'all any kind of money? Gave you any damn thing? Not. So why harp over trophies? It ain't making you no money.
Well, let's just remember the only reason why trophies exist because of Xbox achievements. They copy off of Xbox.
Yeah, you got that right. No.
They don't want to talk about that though.
No.
How they copied that what they did off of Xbox, because they definitely copied the trophy thing off of the Xbox achievement thing. They just named it trophies, but nobody ever talks about that because they know it's true. That's exactly what they did. They copied that.
Yep, they did. I mean? Yeah, they did.
I just don't get them. Maybe I've gotten too old, and maybe that's why We need guys like other Zink in here who want to continue this fight. Maybe I just don't care no more now that I've gotten older and gotten wisdom. But it's like when the Sega Dreamcast died, Sega, man, we didn't go on a murderous rampage.
Nope.
We didn't go on letter writing campaigns and mailing our politicians and writing poison pen letters to fucking GameSpot magazine and standing outside of the GameStop game store and protesting. We just, said goodbye and moved on. These dudes, man, I don't know what's going on with Crab Gamer or Saltiest Gaming. I don't have Twitter. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure they're still out there fighting a good fight.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Salty E-Rock is what they are.
But T Reaper, you've been studying these ponies. You've been studying. But T Reaper, but why though? Why can't they just let this shit go?
Because they just don't want gaming to be that way.
Wow.
They can't afford decent internet, so they basically whine and complain. That's fine. But I still think gaming is best when you have good internet.
Yeah,
wow.
You gotta have good internet. If you're gonna play online with Gears and Halo, hey, what's up, Graphic Gun? How you doing, brother? Glad you can slide through. And Radiance 96, man, our brother Rain G4. You know what I'm saying? Like he has up here, achievements 2005, trophies 2009. There's your proof right there.
Oh my God, that list, Rain, that list is long as hell. Fucking Xbox did every fucking thing first.
Everything.
Right,
first
man, right.
First to have a hard drive.
Xbox came to the gaming world 7 years after the first PlayStation. It was still more innovative. That's wild.
Yeah.
That is crazy, man. And you guys are right. Xbox is seemingly they are testing the Death Stranding for PC Game Pass. So they're going to be trying to damage control that. They're probably already flipping their lids over that right now.
They flipping their lids over that.
Of course, they're flipping their lids over that because they're Unlimited Production said this 1,000 times on various podcasts. Their whole identity is wrapped up in exclusivity and the fact that you can't play their shit. Their whole identity is wrapped up into their little cult. Now we between the 5 of us here and one is missing. We've been studying this for some time. We've studied these Sony fanboys or ponies or donkeys or back in my days Sony drones. We've studied them long enough to see their behavior patterns.
Yeah.
They don't like gaming. They like being a part of a community. As odd as that sounds, PlayStation is a community for them. It's a communal experience where they can sit together in a space and bitch about other shit. Yeah. I don't see them gaming unless it's the popular thing to game, like God of War or Elden Ring. Well, they hate Elden Ring now because of what happened earlier this year. But it's a communal thing to me to see guys like, and you guys got to trust me with this. I studied this for a long time. To see guys like King Thrash and Porter Rock and Jabari Clark just come together and just trash Xbox every day. This is their life. And now that they realize that they've lost, how must that feel to know that you're a fucking loser? How does that know? How does that you weren't trying to build a better mousetrap? You weren't trying to get no pussy. You weren't trying to solve the water problem in Flint, Michigan. You spent 8 years of your lives hating on Xbox, and Xbox went and bought up everything. How do you move on with your life now that PlayStation is dying and that Xbox really was the best box? How do they say to me? How do they live with themselves at this point?
Man, they clearly can't.
Yeah, right. They clearly, definitely can't, man. I mean, it's just the way it is, man. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, E-Rock, where do we go? Where do they go from here? I mean, I guess what? I'm a gamer. You know how I'm a gamer? Because I have Ultimate Game Pass. So when this game comes out, because I wasn't interested and I seen it on it, my cousin has it. I guess he kind of liked it, but I get to play it on my laptop because I have Ultimate Game Pass. So I get to try out Death Stranding, right?
All about that.
What you just said pisses them off. You're a filthy Xbot. How dare you touch their greatness?
Right.
How dare you?
Right.
Yo, man, shit is just. I mean, could you? Sony said we can't compete with Xbox. Imagine if you're the Sony fan base. This is the equivalent of waking up and the Philadelphia Eagles says, we can't compete with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then why should I buy season tickets? Why are you here though? Like so like that's what they're dealing with right now. It's like a wave of shock has come over that entire fucking community.
Hey, E-Rock, you know what? Don't tell them that, man. I mean, give them hope. They gotta have some kind of goddamn hope.
Nah, Tuck. Let them suffer.
Their hope relies in their movie section next. That's the next problem. They're gonna turn all the video games into movies.
Oh man,
it's just true, man.
Hey, I'm loving the hell out of all of this. And
what's up, Stone King?
Like rating movies.
Yeah,
dude, man. I mean, man, I went to Best Buy. Man, I probably this man. Man, I'm telling you, man. Every damn TV is outselling Sony.
I believe it.
So give it. So now you see, because I went to Best Buy the other day. Now all of a sudden, Sony trying to come down the price on their TVs now. They try to come down the price on their TVs now. Because I went the other doggone day, they had a 65-inch for like $8.99.
Well, that's not bad.
That's not bad, but hell. Man. But how long it took them to realize what the hell's going on.
Vizio got that same TV on sale for $89.99 in a toaster. You've lost. You lost, nigga. You lost. Hey, did you see that Rain had a good comment up there, Sega man? Put that shit back up.
About the ponies?
Yeah, about the ponies, man.
Ponies are like
that was popular in high school and still trying to live up their high school popularity. Yeah.
What did he say again?
Ponies are like that kid that was popular in high school and still trying to live off their high school popularity. So basically, the ponies are just sitting around like, man, if only Jim Ryan had put me in the fourth quarter, we'd have been state champs for sure. It's over, man.
I'm gonna take the ponies really remind me of. Check this out, guys. And everybody been through this, and everybody been through this through high school. Now you got your group of guys that get out of high school and they move on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you got your group of guys that they still in high school.
Yeah.
No matter what, they still hanging out. They still hanging out 2 or 3 years later at the high schools. So I'm like, that's Sony to me. They still hanging out in high school where Xbox is move on. So I wish them luck, but no, I don't. No, I'm lying if I say I wish them luck. No, I'm lying. And by the way, that monitor that they selling, ain't selling worth shit. It ain't selling worth a damn. When I went to Best Buy, my boy Mike, he said like, damn dude, no, they not even selling them damn things. So there's gonna be another issue that they're gonna have to deal with their stockholders and all that bullshit. Yeah. So Limited, do not be surprised that they do not come out with that, what you call that so-called VR, as they call it. I don't even think they're going to come out with it. Because right now, I think they're in a financial hole that they can't.
Yeah, man. The thing is, I don't know why they did that right now, because it was proof in the pudding that the last PlayStation VR, it did okay, but it just didn't meet expectations. The Oculus Rift destroys that.
Sega man, it did not do okay.
It didn't do shit.
It sold 5 million units on a console that sold over 110.
Damn.
It didn't do nothing.
Yeah, it didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Even their exclusive sells more than that, and they are only 10% of the audience by them.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand too, Limited. If they only did 5 million, why are you wasting money, effort, and time to bring out another one?
Because they in desperate. They're in desperate mode.
Hey, Xbox, When's Xbox going to have VR? They're not. They're not.
You know,
They're not even interested in that bullshit. Why? They already. Why throw good money out for fucking technology that really it is only proven and tested inside of a goddamn Dave and Buster's. That ain't nobody like. Yeah, some people have bought Oculus Rift, like Mr. 100, and some folks enjoy it. But Xbox would rather take that money they would have spent on VR
thank
and,
you.
got into that dumb battle again, like with Connect and the Move and the fucking Wiimote. See, you learn from your fucking mistakes, right? And yes, as successful as Connect was, as Guinness World Book Record selling, it was a $1 billion fucking mistake. You learn from your mistakes, right? So instead of investing that money and staying stuck in another gimmick, they said, yo, we're going to invest this money in our game service. And now look, guys, the proof is in the pudding, man. We don't need an eye test for this shit. Like the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Why waste? That would have been old X. That would have been some shit Don Matrick would have did. Well, we got to get VR out there too. Like, man, no. Let Sony waste all their R&D on that shit. Waste all their budget on that shit. Our future is in this fucking gaming service. Our future is in what Netflix figured out. That motherfuckers want to pay a subscription and get a bunch of shit for a monthly. And now here we are years later, and everybody trying to catch up.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. You stay stuck in the past, and that's where you end up at. And Sony is in the past. They're trying to catch up, but it's too late.
Yep, E-Rock, and
You're
you're
right.
right. And I think a lot of guys, if they're Xbox, okay, I believe if they want to really try a VR, they're going to try the Oculus Rift. They're not going to go buy a fucking Sony PlayStation VR. If they want to play VR games and true VRs, and they can watch movies and stuff in that, also, they're going to go for an Oculus Rift, I think, before they would go for a Sony PlayStation VR. You know what I mean?
Do you know why I haven't bought an Oculus Rift or have no desire to get it? How much that thing cost?
I think it's 200 something.
I might as well take that 200 and put it in a fucking barrel and burn that shit. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? It's they got no software support. Nothing that I want to play is coming to that shit. A Plague Tale Innocence is not coming to that shit. Why? What? For that one Darth Vader game? Oh, give me a fucking break. But hey, man, everybody do them. Do you, man. I don't need no more shit sitting around my fucking crib. Oculus Rift, VR.
Well, you gotta look at this too, man. You gotta look at this too. By the time Sony come out with that VR and everything, with all the shit that they gonna put on that damn VR, and that stuff, how much the damn thing gonna cost when it come out? Because you know that damn thing gonna come out no damn $200. You know that for a damn fact.
I mean, I think it might be more.
It's gonna be at least 40. It's gonna be at least 400. I bet you. With all the stuff that they come out with that damn thing, but like I said, at this point, Sony already laid their hand. They already said they can't compete with Xbox. So I mean, they can't compete with Microsoft. So they're already laid their hand on that. So they might as well not even come out with this damn thing, because if they come out with it, and what if it does just sell maybe 5 million copies on the PS5? Okay, whoop de damn do. People's already got it already, but the thing about it is, like you said, E-Rock, it's the ultimate the VR is a niche title. That's the reason why Microsoft is not gonna get into it. And that, like you said, that is smart. They already sharing their controller with it. People can already use their controller with the Optimus Rift already.
Yeah.
So that's all they really need to do. If people want to go ahead and use their controller, use it. But if you don't, you can do anything else you want with it. But like you said, E-Rock, like everybody in the panel said, to me, I don't have a problem with VR. But like I always have said in the past, VR ain't nothing but a niche title. It is for people who want to be like that. But the majority of people is not. And
I mean,
until I put it this, until Phil Spencer can get Call of Duty on the VR and he can see it being on the VR on a normal basis, that might be the only way. But outside of that,
What's up, deploy? Yeah.
Tuck, it's a tale of two. I'm telling you right now, Microsoft is not going to spend a dime invested in VR. Listen, it's a tale of two companies. Look at what the two companies has invested in. One company invested in virtual reality headsets to try to compete in a space that really doesn't fucking exist, right? It doesn't really fucking exist. One company invested in timed exclusivity and third-party marketer deals. The other company invested and game services, games as a service, and the cloud. Remember, oh, the cloud ain't real. There's no such thing as the cloud. And now look. I mean, it still blows my mind that you can play Xbox games on your fucking cell phone. It still blows my mind that you can fucking like Xbox is anywhere now.
Right.
It's a tale of two different companies, two different business philosophies, and to be honest with you, I never thought I would see Sony beating this so fucking completely. Well, how are they beaten? They got millions of units out there. They got millions of units sitting in a fucking warehouse. If Sony was the industry leader, it'd be showing in their financials. If Sony was the industry leader, they wouldn't be spending $500 million for fucking Bungie. You know, Bungie was for sale, and Microsoft said, "No, we'll pass on this shit. We'll fucking pass for this shit. We're saving our money for this other shit." You know what I mean? And then boom, they went and copped Activision. It's a tale of two different companies, man. And it's the future. It's cyclical. It's the passing of the guard. And you know, probably in another 5 years, we will see Sony as an application on your Xbox or on your tablet. They're not gonna. I can't see them staying around for another 10 years, not making the business decisions they're making now.
Yeah, and on that note, guys, there's something I got to bring up. I found out in the gaming out here in the gaming streets. Now I don't know how true it is. You guys probably heard of it. Another company that might be in trouble is I heard that there's new reports and details about sexual harassment and gender discrimination at Nintendo. Did you guys hear about that?
No, I didn't. But you know, they got a Pokemon game coming out, so they'll be forgiven by November.
Now this is supposed to be Nintendo, right? And if anybody in the chat, any brothers in the Alpha chat, want to speak on that or say anything about it, we'll put it up. But that's what I'm hearing, man. I'm hearing that there's sexual harassment and gender discrimination at Nintendo, man, of America, I guess. And I don't know, man. I mean, they're supposed to be like very family oriented, everybody happy playing. But now you're hearing this come out of Nintendo headquarters.
Sega man. You got to take shit like family oriented from corporations with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
At their core, all of them are trying to make money first and foremost. So we got to drop this idea. I hate people and I noticed this in the social media era. We put morality on companies for doing their job ultimately, when really, for me, the only standard I hold them to is if they're breaking the law or not. Right. So if Nintendo is in true breaking the law with this discrimination situation, then they should be reprimanded for it. But if it's other than that, I don't take them being a family oriented company. That's just marketing shit to sell their consoles, basically, is how I see things. And that's how I see it with Xbox and their nice guy shit and any other corporation that pretends that they care about us. But that's just me,
Yeah, man. And Rain, you're funny, man. He said Princess Peach finally speaks out. Oh, man. Yeah, and then Pelcher said, Preach keeps running away. Takes the hit, Mario. Take the hint, Mario.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like you said about Nintendo, I mean, like it happened. You know, we heard. Remember, guys, we heard that shit from Sony about that stalker, right? I think he was stalking a kid on the PlayStation, I believe, or somebody on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. A lot of that stuff, man. And, you know, I guess sometimes these days you gotta kind of watch with all that. But yeah, man. But hey, you know, yeah, we've been on here for about an hour, 15 minutes, man. Like I said, guys, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. Big shout out to the chat, man, that came and rocked out with us today. You know what I mean? So is there anything else you guys want to bring up? I know you guys are looking forward to and I keep hearing a really good things. I haven't downloaded. Is there anybody looking forward? I know, well, I shouldn't even say that because I know you guys are. That the new Plague's Tale, man. I guess everybody's really hyped up and excited for that, right?
I am.
Yeah. The first one was a brilliant game, so you know, a solo.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. It was.
And like I said Thursday, Microsoft, go ahead and purchase a Sobo, man. Because remember, Sobo worked with them on a flight simulator, so they clearly got a working relationship. So at this point, just purchase them, add them to the Xbox family. They're clearly great at what they do and could get games out in a good amount of time. Because the first one came out in 2019, and now the second sequel is in 2020. You know, one criticism with Xbox Studios is that their games are taking a long time to make. So having a developer that could get them out this fast, yeah, that's a plus right there too. So you know, that's how I feel with that situation. Otherwise, you know, it's looking like a brilliant game. Yeah. And this week Saints Row comes out, and I've had my eye on that for a minute. So I'm going to be trying that out this week too.
Now the Saints Row, that's not a Game Pass game, but you have to buy that, right?
Yeah. It's not on. It's not on Game Pass yet.
Yeah. So that Saints Row game should be good. I liked it. A lot of people didn't like 3. Was it 3? Yeah. A lot of people didn't like 3, but I had a lot of fun with 3. It was just a crazy mayhem. You can do all kind of shit. You know, get in a tank, blow people up, hit niggas with dildos and shit. That shit. It's a crazy game, man. It was a crazy game, and I like that because it was different. I know they say, "Oh, it's trying to be like Grand Theft Auto," but I mean, yeah, in a way it was, but it was like
the first two were GTA clones.
Yeah,
Saints Row 1 and 2, they're about as much as GTA clones as you could get, and that's why they made 3 a little more crazy. But what I like about them series is that they're adult, and I feel like in today's day, everything is they're trying to sanitize everything and be protective of our sensibilities. So whenever we get an adult game like Saints Row or Cyberpunk, I'm all for it, man. Games that's just like, yes, this is made for adults. It's not made for kids. Fuck them kids type situation. So that's another reason why I'm excited for it, because I like games that are tailored towards me as a 30-plus-year-old man, and not some shit that's clearly trying to protect your sensibilities as if I'm a crybaby who can't handle the word fuck in a video game.
Yeah, and Rain said that you guys probably played it. I know he said, has anyone played Madden 23? And has anyone?
No. I stopped playing Madden over a decade ago, and listen. Madden died in 2005 when they signed that exclusive deal with EA, right? And it just took a little while for it to really, really die. But to me, Madden's been dead since at least 2010. I think that's the last time I bought that shitty game. And all of them, and not only do they suck, they get worse each and every year, right? And what blows me away about Madden is that features that were in the PlayStation 2 games aren't in the Xbox Series X games 18, 19, 20 years later. Right. That's unforgivable. That's unforgivable to me. And I will never support Madden until they make drastic changes. They're not even on my radar as a game anymore.
Well,
go ahead, Tom.
I got a friend who got it, and he said graphic-wise, it looks beautiful. Graphic-wise, it looks beautiful, but outside of that, it's almost like every other Madden that you play.
But that's because there's nobody around anymore. It's not really EA is the publisher. EA is the publisher. The developer is called Tiburon. Yeah. There's nobody around to push them anymore like 2K was pushing them back in the day. If it was somebody, I mean, some of you kids in the chat are a little bit too young, and maybe even Unlimited Productions a little bit too young to remember back in the day, man. Because the football games was my shit. Back in the day, we had NFL 2K.
That's
we
my
had
favorite.
we had NFL Fever.
Yeah.
We had NFL Game Day from 989 Studios.
Yeah.
We had acclaimed NFL Quarterback Club. It was football games all over the place.
Xbox's game NFL Fever.
Yeah, but that stupid ass shit happened in 2005, and the rest is history, man. So
Yeah.
you know,
but it's crazy because look, I have like some of my greatest gaming memories was me and my brother playing 2K5, and I remember that game. They used to have like this this realistic ESPN presentation where even games you didn't play, they'd have highlights of, and this shit that blew me away back in the day. Like, how the fuck are you creating highlights for something I didn't even see? Like, if it's a real week of football, in no modern Madden game has anything remotely close to it. And another thing I don't like about these I think it's an issue with all sports games is that they do that My Ultimate Team, right? And it's fake. They're fake cards that you pay real money for, and that just makes no sense to me. You know, I don't mind paying money for shit like DLC because that's extended content to make, you know, to make a game enjoy a game longer. But I'm not paying money for fake cards that I can't trade, I can't sell, I can't do nothing with them, and then I got to spend money again the next year on these fake cards. Nah, fuck out of here with that shit.
Madden makes his money every year because it's the only football game that's out there, which is a travesty. In Madden's defense, Unlimited Production, they did try 2010, 2011, and 2012. Those were really the best Maddens of the last generation because they had heard the complaints for years that NFL 2K5 from Sega was the greatest football game ever. So in 2010, Madden really tried. Like it had niggas out in the parking lot tailgating. It had cheerleaders. It had what does cheerleaders have to do with it? You're supposed to be immersing us in football. You're supposed to be immersing us in experience. It had a created team. I used to like creating my own team from scratch. It was called the Trenton Thunder. I put them in the AFC. And every year I took my creative team, built my stadium. Madden NFL 2006 had it to where you could run the stadium and jack up the hot dog prices. And every week after the game, it was a Tony Bruno radio show. But it just after they went right back to their laziness in 2013 and took all of that shit out, they made the game at least comparable to NFL 2K5. So it's Tim Marone's own fault that they're compared brutally to a game that came out in 2004. A game that came out in 2004 was the greatest football game ever and was $20. That's what drove Electronic Arts mad, and they went crying to the NFL. But Madden NFL 23, they're living off of the fact that John Madden has died, so that's why he's on the cover. You can try out the demo. The demo is with your EA. Yeah. But I mean, that's as far as I'll go. I'm not going to lie. I did buy Madden 2019 because me and my boy that's no longer here used to play that shit. Yeah. But like, once he passed, I really had no interest in playing video game football again. Maybe one day Tiburon will realize what made the NFL games great: the ability to create your own team, the ability to be immersed in an experience. Yeah, you'll make the game look pretty again. But it's still the same shit year after year. But to get the Saints Row and Unlimited Production, Saints Row looks really good because the technology in it looks fantastic. It's highly detailed. Even though the character models may look kind of wonky on the surface, it's a really highly detailed game, a really good looking game. Looks like it's going to be fun. And I don't even know where to start on A Plague's Tale Innocence. Listen, T Reaper, I had to slow the fucking video down. Because you can slow the YouTube videos down. You can make them go down to 25 times if you want, make them real slow. I had to slow this video down and look at shit. The fucking rocks the rocks look like fucking rocks. Foliage looks like foliage. The girl Amicia has whites, and the whites are her eyes. Like, this is what happens when you don't concentrate on last gen, because it's for Xbox Series consoles only. This is what happens when you say fuck last gen and concentrate on current gen. A Plague's Tale Requiem looks bananas, man. So yeah, man, I'm excited about those games. But yeah, Madden Unlimited Production. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how many more years people are gonna continue to pay for this fucking cash grab.
Oh, listen. If you don't like Madden now, I'm telling you, give up hope. And the reason why I say to give up hope is because EA makes like $1 billion off of microtransactions every year, and
Damn.
money speaks more than everything. So since kids are paying money on the My Ultimate Team cards and all that other bullshit, they have zero incentive to change when they got record profits and
Yeah.
doing the bare minimum. That's just how people are in general. So if you don't like Madden as it is, do not have hope. I'm not usually this negative on games, but this is the rare time when I'm telling you, if you don't like Madden, give up hope right now, because there's no solution unless one day when that contract ends, NFL just say ain't gonna re-up on that contract.
And that's the only way that it's gonna have to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise, it's not gonna change. They're still gonna make billions off the microtransactions. The games are gonna be copy and paste, but I get pretty graphics because these consoles are so amazing. That's why the graphics are so nice. And the Xbox Series X version is $70 fucking.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I'm rarely negative on games, but with Madden, I've given up all hope, E-Rock. There's nothing you could ever do to make me play another Madden until there's some insane, crazy, major change that I just don't see it happening. And why would I spend money on that when we got a Plague's Tale and High Off Life, which looks insanely creative? Gotham Knights, which is a game I've always wanted with DC characters. There's gaming is in such a great place everywhere else, but sports games, I have zero incentive to put my money. Like I put my money where my mouth is all the time, E-Rock. And I'd rather have fun in Saints Row or High on Life or Plague's Tale than being bored as fucking mad and being pissed off because I know it's not as good as it was 12, 13, 14 years ago and all this shit. I mean, even NBA 2K, they got this really cool feature, right, where you could play as like the 80s era, 90s era basketball, and they have the presentation that feels like that era. It's
Wow.
and like what 2K does with NBA is spectacular compared to what Madden. Madden is just like this bare bones bullshit each and every year, and I can't within any reason in my bones, E-Rock, justify anything about it.
I hear you 100%, and I agree with you 100%, because even though it has John Madden on the cover and there's a bit of nostalgia in there about John Madden, I'm not paying for that shit. They better get that shit on sale or put it on Game Pass. Another company is lazy as hell. 2K is doing wonders with the basketball, but 2K has the contract for the WWE games.
Right.
And I'm trying to figure out what is this deal now with Madden and WWE 2K, where there's an Xbox One version and an Xbox Series X version. So there's an Xbox Series X version, SX version of WWE 2K22. And for the uninitiated, I cannot recommend buying it until they patch the game. It crashes a lot when you try to go online. It crashes a lot when you try to do any online features. But the game fucking looks spectacular. They redid everything. Trust me, they redid the arenas. People's skin looks like people's skin. I guess it's because now they're using 4K assets. Like, you notice shit you never noticed before, like fucking rivets in the fucking ring, and fucking like it really looks spectacular. But you're not gonna be able to get away with this shit next year.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to get away with this shit next year, just riding off of fucking graphics. You gotta bring it, man. You gotta show us something. It's inexcusable that all of the legends are in this fucking game. It's inexcusable the folks had to pay extra money for the fucking NWO. Are you fucking serious? So like, these video games, they gotta stop this shit. We should expect more. And this is why I didn't understand why everybody was turning against Ubisoft, because Ubisoft actually gives you shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? When the makers of WWE 2K and fucking Madden are basically fucking they're phoning it in. They're fucking phoning it in, and it's
You know,
ridiculous. There's no way in hell that WWE 2K22 shouldn't have released with every goddamn legend. Basically, for the last 5 years, and I'm gonna get on my soapbox. The reason why I even play the WWE 2K games, guys, I don't like the WWE. They're okay, but I don't fucking like them.
Yeah.
I like New Japan. I
Yeah.
like AEW. I like ECW. I like the old NWA. So, E-Rock, if you like all of that shit, why did you buy the game? Because the community created all of that shit. So basically, instead of waiting for an AEW game, the community created it. And all you do is download it. The community created every fucking wrestler from New Japan, AEW, ECW. All you got to do is buy WWE 2K22, right? And download all of this shit. And you got the greatest wrestling game ever. But unlimited production, the community should not have to develop your fucking game for you.
Yeah.
And I'm off my soapbox.
Hey man, hey look, and to piggyback off that, didn't and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they take a year off with that WWE game?
Yeah, they did, because the last one was garbage.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that is wild to me. That is wild to me that even after taking, I mean, that just shows what I've said all the time about modern game development. You know, you need more than a year or two to make a quality game. Even games where they already have the assets and all that shit. It's clear that these games need more than an annual release. But I mean, they got contracts to fill, so they can't WWE and NFL, they don't want you to be taking 3 fucking years to release a game on their licenses and all that stuff. So something's got to give, man. And unfortunately, in the modern gaming space, the quality is suffering. You know, and I don't know what to say, because the last wrestling game I bought was WWE 16, the one with Stone Cold on the cover.
That was a great fucking game.
Yeah.
I disagree. I thought the game was boring as
Oh, you
fuck.
didn't like it? You didn't like it?
Because it had the Stone Cold. You could go through Stone Cold's career, which was cool on the surface, but when I was playing it, the gameplay was just so bad to me that I couldn't finish it. I fucking love Stone Cold. That was my favorite wrestler back in the day. And I got about halfway through his story mode. You know, we had to do the buried alive man against the Undertaker from one of those pay-per-views, right? And I was like, oh my God, this is just way too. The cutscenes were brilliant, right? But the actual gameplay, I couldn't get into it, man. I haven't bought a wrestling game since because of that game.
The control scheme is a bit jarring at first, because for some reason Electronic Arts with Madden and WWE 2K, they feel as though for some reason they got to change the controls every fucking year. So that's why it's like I agree with you 100%, man. It's just, does anybody remember when games just came out and they were finished? Or did we just imagine that shit?
No. But that's the thing. That in 1998, you could release WCW NWO Revenge, and then in '99 WWF WrestleMania 2000, and
those were great games.
Yeah, and they'll be great games. They'll be finished, and there'll be no issues, because those games, you know, the development to make look at how they look back. They look great in 1999, but look at how wrestling games look now, or any game really. You can't have that level of detail in a year. I'm sorry, you can't. And that's what I think people don't understand when it comes to releasing games, and that's why I don't bitch about delays, E-Rock, because I get it, man. Yeah. Especially after what I saw about with Cyberpunk, when they said it cost $316 million, I was like, oh, fuck this. if it costs over $100 million to develop the game, yeah, I get it. I get why you don't want to release it. You know, you don't want any negativity towards it, because that's a lot of fucking money to make back.
The end result of WWE 2K, Madden, and all of these games, and no offense, even Cyberpunk 2077, is it makes Game Pass look even more compelling. Because have you guys noticed that there's nothing in Game Pass that has glitches? There's nothing in Game Pass. I haven't seen a Game Pass game crash yet. I just haven't seen it. Everything that comes in the Game Pass is looked at, is played, is vetted. Like, everything in Game Pass is quality. And it's for $15 a month. Hey, listen, man, it's not my job, or any of us here, job to try to sell you people on Game Pass. If you don't know, you're never going to know. It's not my job to let you know. But the fact that Madden has the audacity to charge $89 for a fucking Xbox Series X edition, and
Yeah.
WWE 2K is charging for a game that crashes a lot. And I fucking let me clarify. I paid $35 for it. My Microsoft points paid for the rest of it. But still,
Yeah.
like these games are fucking garbage. Unlimited production, they're garbage. Like gameplay wise, they don't fucking work. And Game Pass is mitigating that by saying, listen, you pay $15 a month. We're going to make sure that the games that come to Game Pass actually work. And you're not going to be on the hook for $80 fucking dollars for Madden. But that's my soapbox, guys. It's just I don't like where gaming is heading. But that's why somebody like the Sobo Studios should be praised for coming out with a finished game with no glitches, and it's going to be a fucking Game Pass.
Well, even they had to delay it because it was supposed to come out in June, remember? And even
That's
it
right.
was delayed to October. So all that's just the way it is. I'm on the opposite end. I don't have a problem with most of modern gaming outside of anything that has an annual release. I've noticed are really the ones that really have the biggest issues. And shit like Cyberpunk, that was clearly a lesson the industry learned.
Yeah.
That's why 2023 is looking the way it is because Suicide Squad clearly cost millions of dollars. They got the DC license. You don't want to waste that money. Starfield, people for some reason are so negative on Bethesda that it is just unreal. So you don't want to have that negativity. So look, man, the people who run these gaming companies are not dumb people. Most of them aren't, at least, and they see what's up. You just need one big example, and they like, oh fuck this, we don't want that to happen again. So I guess because I add perspective, D-Rock, that I'm not really negative outside of shit like Madden and WWE, where it's just I just don't have hope with those series until something big changes.
And you show intelligence.
Yeah.
I'm only hooked because I'm a fucking dumb wrestling fan. But you show intelligence, so there's nothing wrong with having intelligence.
Yeah. I mean, and I think gaming is in a good spot because who would have thought that we had a Wonder Woman game, a Suicide Squad game, Indiana Jones game? What other game that we have that's coming out? There's a 007 game being made.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All these great IPs are getting, and not only are they getting games, E-Rock, they're getting big budget games. So it's not like it's going to be some movie tie-in game we used to get back in like 2002, where it's a shitty movie tie-in game for 3 hours, and those games, those games were almost never good. So we're in a good time with licensed games are making a return. We get look at everything Xbox is giving us, E-Rock, in the future. Fable's returning, Perfect Dark. So gaming is in a good place.
I forgot all about Fable.
Yeah, outside of a certain segment, which is like to me is mostly annual games and shit that companies like EA and Square Enix are somehow getting away with. But that's just me. Maybe
you're right.
Maybe I'm wrong here because
no, you're not.
Because I feel like I'm on the opposite end of most gamers where there's this sense with modern gaming that it's in a bad state and everybody wants to go back to the past. And I'm like, no, fuck that. As much as I enjoyed 2002 era gaming, the OG Xbox, I'm ready to move forward, man. Give me that Suicide Squad game. Give me Gotham Knights. Give me
hell yeah.
Give me shit that I haven't never played before. I do not want to go back and play Splinter Cell and that came out in what 2000 what year did whatever year Splinter Cell came out in. I don't want to play that again. I enjoyed it at the time, but I'm ready to move forward. That's how I am with my philosophy in gaming, man.
Man, I agree with you 100%. The only reason why I meant in a bad place with some of these publishers and developers thinking they can release unfinished product.
Yeah.
Or they could just come out with annual releases with just a palette swap or a few new like Madden, like that. That's just inexcusable. And WWE 2K22 having so many fucking glitches and crashes is inexcusable. But other than that, it makes you realize how great Asobo Studio is.
Yep.
It makes you realize how great Ubisoft is.
Yep.
But everybody hates Ubisoft. I don't understand. I don't understand how you're not excited for fucking Starfield. Like me, I'm a huge science fiction fan. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, and we already know that Sega Man spent most of his gaming career trying to get Miranda's draws. And man,
Yeah. Still can't do
E-Rock.
it.
Let me ask you a question. Is the wrestling game, is it crashing and is it crashing on everything? Or is it just crashing on some things? The wrestling.
You there, E-Rock?
I can't hear him. You there, E?
I can't either. Hey, E-Rock, if you could hear us, man, you might have to come in and come out or something.
Yeah, his
Yeah, because the only reason why, it's like the only reason why they took a year off of that wrestling game, because that one that they did was so bad. But the reason why they took a year off, because the guy who made the game, the one who created, the one who was all over the whole damn game and everything, he quit and went to somewhere else. So that year when they came out with that real bad one, that was the only reason why that one, came out. It was already made up. It was already made.
Oh, okay.
Mark Cerny got me wrong.
Just went ahead and just, produced it out, and it was garbage.
Yeah.
But,
right.
And then they took a year off, and then they got everything back together. So.
Hey, Sega Man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I hate to cut things short, but I got to get going, man.
I was just about to do our outros, man, right after Tuck said that, man, because I think E-Rock, if he gets back in and do his outros, that's fine. But yeah, guys, we're going to end the show. My brother Unlimited, I wanted to make it till around 4:30, which is almost 4:30. And my brother Unlimited got some stuff to do. Probably T Reaper and Tuck and myself. I got some things I got to do. So on that note, guys, we had a great show today. Basically, it was just about Sony's meltdown. Still, people were still talking about it. We were just chopping up game today. Giving our opinions about it, and and so was the Alpha chat, man. Much respect to all you guys, man. We'll do a shout out to the chat in a minute here, but. We're going to do our outros, and let's start with our brother T Reaper, man. T Reaper, man, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can always find me on Xbox Live, exactly as it's spelled, Odo T Reaper.
And you can always find T Reaper capped out on Halo Infinite.
Yeah, and I am capped, so I do not have to do anything until season 3, which is in November, people. So
damn, you get a vacation there, T.
I do get a vacation. Yes, that is what Phil Spencer gave me. I was like, time, but I love my vacation, so that's awesome.
Good work. All right, man. And thanks, T, for chopping up game with us again. He's one of the Alpha brothers. It's always good to have T Reaper with us, man. Every time we do the Alpha podcast. Up next is our brother DJ Tuckmaster. Brother, tell everybody where they can find you, man.
Hey, everybody, this is your boy DJ Tuckmaster. You can find me on Instagram, the Xbox Lions Den.
Yep.
I've been behind, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do one this week.
Nice.
Just to let the ponies know that that we still have some type of we still have hatred towards you. So all you damn ponies. So just let you know that it's not gonna be all lost if Sony goes away, which I hope they do. But you can reach me on the Xbox Lions Den. You can reach me with this good group of characters that on Sega's Man's channel, and someday I might maybe be on Bone's channel, but but by the time he get on, I have to get my butt to bed and go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So
I hear that.
See on his show, but and Unlimited, he's the truth. He keeps it real, keeps it realer than a son of a gun. But and I gotta give him his credit, Need Rock, all his credit. Yes. And all that stuff. Sega Man, always glad to be on your show, man.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say.
Yep, man. And remember, it's our show, Tuck. This is the Alpha Brothers. It's our show. You see it at the bottom there, scrolling past me, you, Unlimited, T Reaper, E-Rocks. He bought all of us, man. We thank everybody for coming out. And last but not least, my brother, that's always on fire, man, with the unlimited truth, on his YouTube channel. Check my brother out, Unlimited Productions, man. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, that's right, man. Like my brother Sega Man said, you can find me on my channel where I do the unlimited truth and other type of content. But yeah, like I said, I got to get going. It was a great show, and I'm out.
And Unlimited, thanks for coming and joining us again, man. And me and T Reaper is left. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a shout out to the chat, and me and T Reaper got to get going. Big shouts out to my brother Hebot, man. I missed you, man. I wish you could have made the show today. I know you probably busy, man. The most powerful gamer. Please go check out Hebot's channel. He's almost up to 1K. Check out Toys in My Closet. We got next when we do the podcast. He might do one tomorrow. If he does, I'll probably be on there with him. I like to support Hebot and his channel. You know what I mean? So big shouts out to my brother Hebot, the most powerful gamer, man. We missed you today, brother, and I hope we'll see you soon, man. I'll be talking to you soon. So on that note, man, real quick, T, we're going to give a shout out to our brother Poseidon Ados, man, was with us. Andy, thanks for coming by. Smitty Smith, my brother Other Zinc, thanks for dropping by, man, with those facts. He's also part of the Alpha and Exile podcast. He's our new brother, man, and we welcome him aboard. It's good to have him on with us, man. Big shouts out to Smitty Smith. Big salute to my brother that's been supported since day one. Big shout out to Craig Simmons. Gaming TV, go check his channel. He does great videos, man. Go check him out. And my brother Rain, I've been rocking out with Rain for a long time. I knew Rain back in the day. Big shouts out to Rain G4 for sliding through. Thank you for the support, my brother. Good box, man. Thank you for coming and joining us again, man. Radiance 96, brother. Always bringing good facts, man. Always keeping the chat live. Big shout out to our brother Radiance 96. A huge shout out to the Graphic God, man. Thank you for coming by and chopping up game with us, Graphic Gods. Remember, if you want those gamer picks, man, you need to get with Graphic God on Twitter. And I believe he's on YouTube. Just look up Graphic God. He'll hook you up. You know what I mean? You got 3-tier prices that can fit your your wallet. And he does good quality gamer picks, banners, and backgrounds. Big shouts out to Stone King X. Thank you for coming and joining us, man. Peltrex, as always, been here since day one. Thank you, man. Come back, deploy. Big shouts out to you, brother. Please always come back and support, brother. We love having you guys here, man. Supporting the Alpha, man. Who else we got? And I think that might be it. Let me see. Let me go all the way down. Deploy, Rain. Oh, Jay Dizzle, thank you, man, for coming past. Really appreciate it, my brother. Please come back and join us next weekend. All right, man. Me and T Reaper are out of here. Got to get back on to some gaming, man. Got to do some other things around the house here, bro. So peace and love, guys. Xbox for life. We don't die. We multiply. We're eating good over here. And stop being salty. Peace.